Hi, I'm Killer Kromlech, and welcome to Hell. This is the worst place in this game. This rotting bog is no fun. I'm not gonna have a fun time. It's gray, it's boring, it's got these guys in here. At least these guys aren't too bad, although the stuff they throw is pretty intense. But these are not the ones I'm worried about here. It's the giant roly-poly creatures we're gonna have to deal with. And trust me, that's coming. It's coming. And I'm knocking y'all down, but let's just get as many of these guys done as we can. This is a large map. And we have to fight a big roly-poly before we get to the water stair. At least then we get to the stampeding water buffalo. They're cool. Water buffalo are chill, but the roly-poly gatekeepers are just wholly unfun. There's no other way to say it. They are just wholly unfun. And they're unholy creatures that erupt out of the earth. At least that you do get a good amount of experience from them. If there is one bonus to take out of this, we are pretty surefire to level up here. And that is good news. Aw, that's sad. And we've got more zombies to take out. Mortal flesh shall be killed. Your undead flesh shall be remortified. Yes, I am now accepting remortifications. I will remortify you and remortify your family. Unless your name is Morty, in which case you don't need to be remortied. You're already mortied. I wonder if there are any zombies here named Morty. If your name is Morty and you're a zombie, wave one of your arms that's still attached in the air. Ow. Stop throwing pieces of your leg at me. I don't want you to throw pieces of your rotting flesh. What a diabolical thing to do. To attack people using your own rotting flesh. That's just disrespectful, bruh. Disrespectful. At least with this Warhammer, this shock Warhammer, I'm getting some really good crits. You know, we're heading into the triple digits. We're getting like 175 and all that stuff. We're laying this hammer. That's my fucking hammer. Nope, not today. Well, it's my hammer today. It'll be my hammer until I decide to get rid of it. But come on now, you're done. Boy, we got a lot of a lot of halfies here, huh? People just dying, and then half of them keep wanting to fight on. And there we go, just leaving piles. And sadly, this isn't even... we're not even at the not fun part of this. And there is a reason that we have stocked up so much. Don't hit me with that. You are not nice. Alright, there we go. He sets himself in poison. And we got another half a man. You come at me like you're half a man that I am. And I'm already a half man, so that makes you a quarter man. But not a quarterback. Because that means you get paid an absurd amount of money to throw a ball down some feet. And 60 million a year. Must be nice. Must be nice. What do you even do with that much money? I wouldn't even know what to do. I'd have to give it to somebody. I wouldn't be able to just sit on it for forever. I mean, yes, do I want kids? But I don't even know if I'd want to give my kids all that money. I'd rather them grow up knowing what financial responsibility is. And not how here's a whole mess of money and now just go spend it frivolously and expect all this to be there. You know? It's got to be tough. I'd imagine. Ugh, we're not even into the thicket of this yet. We're still fighting zombies. That's okay. We'll stay at it. We're gonna stay at it. Because the sooner we get these guys gone, the sooner we're out of here. And the sooner we're out of here, the sooner that we can be done with this just unpleasantness. And at least with Burning Eye, it was at least somewhat interesting to look at in the snowscape. You know, this just brown water is what we have to look forward to. That's our life here in the rotting bog. At least I'm knocking these zombies out pretty succinctly, which is nice. Haven't had to deal with too much trouble surrounding these guys. And that is a bit refreshing. especially for what's coming up. And there's a lot of them, too. We've got a lot of these roly-poly guys to fight. It's not just like a couple of them, like those pincer bug creatures that we've had to fight, I think 3 of now. It's not quite like that, but they do take a long time to beat. There is no doubt they take a long time to beat. Now, I think, if I'm correct here, there should be another save coming up before we get to Roly-Polyville, but we got more zombies to kill, so we're getting there. But the amount of zombies that it takes... do you know how many zombies it takes to screw in a light bulb? Because I don't. I don't even have a fun punchline about it. It's genuine information. I don't have the answer. Now just chop it away at these guys. Get off of my face. Get off of my phone. Get off of my personal address. Get off my property. Just get off. Just get off it. Get off of everything. Alright. Yeah, there is a save. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there it is. Alright, we're gonna save here. We actually didn't do too badly when it comes to using healing potions in that early going, so I'm feeling fairly confident going into all this roly-poly action. But there are a few more zombies to kill first. And once I will do swamp zombies. Swamp them. Swamp womp them. Gonna give you some swamp them. And I'll trade it for your corn and spices. Although, I have a feeling your spices, you're just gonna pull more pieces of flesh off your leg. And I would like you to know that that is not what I had in mind. In no way, in not a single solitary way, was that what I had in mind. Okay. Zombies have been apprehended. Now we're gonna save and... Oh, God, and the problem is these guys, their attacks are pretty intense, so you need a lot of health to take all these guys out. But we're going to try and do it one at a time, but there's quite a lot of these guys we're going to have to handle. So I'm going to do what I did before and kind of do the perimeter sweep. And just keep it from there. And here they are. Here's our little creatures that are going to be the bane of our existence for the next 20 to 30 minutes, because there are a fucking ton of them. Okay, there goes one. I don't want to lure too many of them out at one time. You know, that would not be ideal. So, when, you know, they're trying to run, but see, they do a lot of... look at all those little bites! And the problem is, like, if you try to go on the side, like, their side scales also hurt, so there's really just no winning this. You just have to... And their bites are too fast. That's another problem, too. Their bites are so damn fast that you really can't block and then get a shot in and, like, do the trade. Although that one was a little bit easier. I got a lot more critical hits there than I typically do on them. So I think what we're going to do is A, save. And we'll just zigzag our way across. We'll take them out one at a time. We'll just stay frozen. And if we have to re-up on shit, we'll re-up on shit. But this is more manageable. When you play this game on hard mode or extreme mode, this area is the worst. The actual worst. Because it takes forever to kill the guys, and it hits you for like 9/10 of your health every time that they hit you. So it's a little easier on normal mode. So this is less insufferable than maybe my trauma has remade it out to be. Oh, here we go. Here's another one. Come on, buddy. And also, this Warhammer is also picking up a lot of the slack. And maybe I've been wrong in trying to circle around them for so long, because it seems like I'm doing okay just going at them straight from the center. Maybe their side spines have been doing more damage to me all these years. Maybe I'm finding that my strategy is just a bullshit strategy. After all this time, do we learn something new about this game we didn't before? We just might. We just might, but I don't want to be doing any push-ups on these little scaled Triceratopians' behalf. Come on. Come on, dude. Get out of here. Okay, great. Now we're just going to slide over to the side here. Wait for another one to arrive. And we really just have to tackle these guys one at a time. And boy, those critical hits are definitely doing a lot of heavy lifting here. Because those crits, if we didn't have those crits, we would be here for a while.
A while?
Yeah, a while.
H-W-H-I-L-E. Alright, come on, buddy. I'm letting them come to me in this situation, because the less I move, the less chance I have of, like, waking up a second one. Because fighting multiple of these at one time is just a recipe for push-ups. See? And there's one right there. There's one now. And really, the key to these guys is you have to strike them as they're coming out of the ground. Otherwise, it's just a bad time for everybody. Alright. Here comes another one. I said there were a lot of them. There must be like 30 or 40 in here. We should count the bodies when we're done. That was a quick one. And almost guaranteed that's a result of the fact that we've been very, very careful to make sure we've got improved crit and death blow. So that they not only are the crits heavy, but they're doing like 5 times the damage. You know, I'm averaging like 28 points roughly per hit. Those are garnering me 100. And what was that? 118 was the last one. So that's at least, that's like 5 times the amount. So that's definitely worth. That's why it's worth doing these, because it becomes so important in the end game to get those critical hits, because it actually makes fighting these guys a lot more manageable. All right, where were we? We're still zigzagging here. And we are going to have to fight, like, the mother of these guys, like the big one, right in front of the water stair, right before we get to the temple. I think it's called the Sinking Temple is what it's supposed to be, but that leads you to the water stairs that get you to the Onyx Tower. All right, anyone else here? We're just going to keep going. Now, we will go ahead and pop this like that, go into this corner, wrap around the tree. Say, yo, I'm Killer Cromlech, and I'm here to say I'ma slap these dinos every day. Got my war hammer and my rotting bog, and if you don't like it, well, I'll hit you with this flog. Flap, 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 my hammer's down, and everybody wants another round. Killer Cromlech don't got time for that, 'cause Elder's got a death wish that I'm gonna grant. That was close enough. Close enough. Now, here we go. Down she goes. I can't really differentiate whether there are male or females of these guys, so I'm just gonna keep fighting them regardless. See, look at that. Nice hundo right there. Nice solid hundo right there. Oh, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Thank you. Okay. Keep zigzagging along. Here comes another guy. Hello. Boy, I must say, I'm a little relieved, to tell you the truth. I thought this was going to be a lot more painful than it really has been. And I think that I learned today that my runaround strategy has no use against these guys, because they will hit you more with the scales on their side than they actually do with the bites. Not to say the bites don't hurt. They do. They very clearly do. But we're managing. We are managing. I must admit. I'm going to do a quick little save, because the fact that I feel so confident about this proposition means that I must not get cockathied. Nobody likes getting... Nah, I can't. I can't say that. Rather, I could say it, but I wouldn't use it as the title. But no one likes to get cockified. I mean, some people might, but Killer Cromlech does not. Not when the fate of Baldur's Gate is at stake. Maybe in his leisure time, but I have not asked it. Nor will I tell anyone if he tells me. But I'm also not going to ask, because we're so close to the end of this game. I don't think we need the team bonding exercise. Yeah, I think we've gotten plenty of quality time with Killer Cromlech over the past several episodes. As we clock into near 8 hours. This is going to be about 10 hours, I think, when this is all said and done. Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. Feel my hammer. Feel my hammer. Sweet. And like I said before, this is the first time I've ever used a warhammer in this game. So and like actually consistently used a warhammer. So this is breaking new ground for me, which is nice. I like doing that. I like expanding horizons. And let's see. Especially in things that you thought you knew everything about. That makes it even more special. Alright, here we go. Hey there, buddy. Come on over. Come on over. Come on over, baby. I'm gonna hit you with my hammer easy. That's what happened. Hey, buddy. Come on over here. Hammer time. Da, 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 da. Stop. Stop. Hammer time. Da, 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 da. You know what? The swings actually kind of coincide with that. That's cool. Oh, we're getting close to the big boy. We're getting close to the big boy. Because the save spot's for that. Can't touch this. Da, 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 da. Can't touch this. Da, 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 da. Can't touch it. There we go. We got him. Stop. Hammer time. Just for a minute, let's all do the bump. Okay. We got to there. Now let's do a flip. Hello, dinosaur. You underground stegosaurus. I'm not even sure what these are called. If you know what these are called, leave it in the comments. So, and actually, that's twofold because I want to do a D&D campaign. I've got some people interested, some opera people, in me DMing a campaign. And I kind of want to use the storyline of this game as like the backbone of it. Because I've played so much of it and it's a story I'm very familiar with. I don't know if they actually have any, I don't know if they made any books about these stories, which would be nice if they did. But I kind of doubt they did. So that probably means I'm going to have to homebrew a good chunk of it, which would not be that hard. I just need to know what the names of the creatures are. Which I'm sure they all have, you know, in the data banks of D&D. I'm sure that they have what these are. Alright, we got Big Boy to fight here. But I'm going to try... Yeah, well, I guess we could do him right now, but let's see if we could get one more zigzag. Let's try and get everybody else first before we get to Big Bungus. Let's see, anybody gonna come after me? There we go. Because there are still like 5 or 6 more of these guys, maybe more. And that's when I said there were a lot of them. We have a lot of them. And down you go. I said down you go, sir. There we go. 2 crits in a row will do it. That was 200 points of damage, basically. Alright, now, keep on truck-a-luckin'. Thankfully, I have not needed too many. I've needed some, but I haven't needed too many health potions. So that has helped sizably with the circumstances at hand. And I don't want to get too close to the arrow there you see in the upper right-hand corner of the map. Well, it's the left-hand corner of the map and the right-hand corner of the screen. I don't want to get too far close to there because then I'll summon the big boy. And I don't want to summon the big boy until we're ready for the big boy. And I might honestly recall first to polish up some potions before we fight that dude. Just for the sake of keeping it fresh. And just going to check to see if there's anybody over here. Any more little guys who want to make their names present felt. Okay, no, doesn't look it. Again, I'm going to kind of just go up and around. Just check out here. Check up through the center. Make sure there's nowhere else. Alright, I think the only guy left is Big Boy. So, let's save. We're going to recall. We're going to reload. And then we're going to go take him down. Have you gone to the temple? Why don't you not ask me about all that stuff? I'm going to see you in the temple shortly. So, let's not play these games, bruh. Alright. And shield, armor, yeah. Oh, I guess I wasn't doing as well with potion retention as I thought. Damn. Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay. That should have gotten me. Oh, I was off by 2. 70. Okay. And I will buy 2 of those with the idea that we're going to be using one shortly. And I think I'm going to get rid of these because I don't think we need them. Maybe I should have kept the shield, but you know what? We're in the end game now, and I really think that I'm not going to need it. I'm not going to use it. Because I'm going to use the Warhammer for as long as I can, and then we're going to find a whole shit ton of weapons better than what we have. when we get into the Onyx Tower. So I'm really not at this stage. We are so far into the game. We're so close to the Onyx Tower. I don't even think it's worth doing anything other than just stocking up on potions, which we will do one more time before we enter the Onyx Tower proper. But that is going to be after we take over this big dick face. And he is a big dick face. Thankfully, our armor is doing a tremendous job. Or just me being a dwarf has made me very hard to hit. I'm not sure which, but I'm not going to complain. I'm just keeping an eye on my health here. So I don't get too overzealous. Even though I did just save, so... Oh, no, we got him. We got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Alright, into the Sinking Temple. I don't think I have to fight anybody in the first spot. Maybe I do. Nope. Just get some coins. Oh, and there's one of those guys. I don't think he's gonna come and fight me. Nope, he's gonna wait. He's gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. You're gonna wait. We're all gonna wait. Because patience is a virtue. But we're nearly there. We're nearly done. Bing bong.